Yeah, folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to our World War Wednesday live stream. Although we are again warring mostly in space these days, which has been very exciting. Things are continuing to go surprisingly okay, which I'm shocked about. We've defeated a few alien ground invasions. We have blown up a few alien ships. In fact, we're going to be starting today with blowing up a ship in orbit. Don't let me forget after we go through all the intros and stuff like that. We got to go and do something with our so-called fast fleet to do that. Let me move that out of frame. The audio should still be mostly working to the point where I can do that now. We'll see. We've also done a few ajustements to things before starting. I did do a pass through some orgs, was able to get one of the admin orgs off of someone. And yeah, someone mentioned looking for opportunities to maybe coalesce and combine some an upgrade to some bigger and more powerful orgs where we can. So I'm taking a look at those. The other thing I've done is queued up 3 new stations around Earth, because one of the things we're hurting for right now is the social science tech, which currently we can only do around Earth as a result of just, you can't do it around the other planets until you get the like 50,000 colonists on those planets, which we're nowhere near doing. So I've done that. I also went and looked at our existing habs and did a bunch of upgrading things. Some of these numbers of research percentages may have dropped slightly because we're currently upgrading from tier 1 science stations to tier 2s. So I did a big pass there and make sure that we're in okay shape. Bum, 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 bum. We'll not forget to blow up ship. Yes, good. I'm counting on y'all. Let's do some subs and resubs real quick, because I saw a few things. First of all, about an hour ago, Adam Ant subbed to the channel, so that was before the stream, but I saw you. Thank you very much, Adam Ant. That is very appreciated. Hope you joined the Discord. And then in terms of resubs, there are no resubs. No, that's not true. There are quite a few. Salty Old Badger started us off today with their 44th month. Harduke is at 53. We've got a 5-year Twitch anniversary from the Mids at 60 months. Cleparian's at 31. Adubs is at 7 months. Glavoro's at 71. Kerminu is at 35. We've got a 4-year Twitch anniversary from Map Staring. And they said, I have not heard this one before, and it feels like the sort of joke I'm shocked that I heard a million times. Map Staring says, I changed my phone's name to Titanic. Finally, it's sinking. Yondar's at 44 months, Fupul's at 41, Reptile's at 62 months, and just now, we've got Malaclips at 90 months. 90 months. 10 Twitch babies worth, baby. Oh, and some gift subs coming in right now. We'll probably get a pop-up in a second. I just noticed it in chat. Parduke dropping some gift subs onto the channel. Thank you very much for that. That is hugely appreciated. Great way to grow the community. After fixing China, let's fix Africa. Mapping me nice. Now, the other thing we got to talk about with China is at some point, if we research, perhaps either, I thought I favored it. Oh, maybe I just unhid them. I didn't favorite them. Yes, either the Pan-Asian Combine. Oh, we got a gift sub from Beard Laser as well. I was like, what was that sound? That was that. The Pan-Asian Combine or the Liberating Mainland China, which are a couple of different ways to do some nation unifications over there. The Pan-Asian Combine is China getting claims all over the place, and could go and claim them through war or through otherwise, which should be interesting. The Liberating Mainland China is Taiwan getting those things. Now, I think, from what I've read, and I don't know if all this stands, because some of this might be old information, from previous patches, but a lot of people were saying, well, it's better to do Taiwan, because then what you can do, if you merge from Taiwan to China, then you end up with Taiwan's Superior Democracy Index, which would be helpful. But these are a couple of good things. Now, they're fairly expensive, so whether or not we prioritize that, I don't know. I also went and unhid the Shia Nation option over here, which is Iran gaining claims on places, which is an interesting thing to consider, because we do, in fact, have Iran. So we'll consider that. I did tweet. We were researching a few things. I just made a couple of changes to get some much cheaper ones. In particular, this one over here. This is the tier 2 social science center. We're just gonna go burn through that really quick, so that we have access to these upgrades, which is gonna be nice. But yeah. Central Asian Union. Oh yeah, Central Asian Union. I didn't talk about that, but right down here, which is really cheap. This is for Kazakhstan to get some claims. And of course, we control Kazakhstan and have since the start of the game. Maybe I should have grabbed that sooner. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I think that's the preamble. So the first thing I want to do is I want to send Earth Fast out here, because what I did is I took a look over here at the ships, the alien ships. Currently, there's one single alien fleet in orbit around Earth. It is Victor 100, and I would like to go and boop that. We've also got a Victor 82 that is coming and arriving in August. Now, I think we've tried to engage Victor 100 before with our real fleets, but they just kept running away. They can still outrun Earth fast, but I think this, because it's not as intimidating, the AI decides to try to stick it out. So, what we're going to do with this fleet... Where do I get my commands? Do I have to click on it again? There we go. We are going to transfer to Victor 100 and attempt to engage. Bam. Okay. I'm going to unpause. Bring the speed up. And engage. There you go. Start battle. Then you have the AI, it's a couple hundred missiles. And the thing is, we might be like overspending our, our missiles. Yeah, this is still... Right click? Yeah, okay, good. Right click to go backwards. Don't auto fire quite yet. All right, go. This will be your primary target, but for now, just keep going straight towards it, please. Want to know what humanity first could possibly be gaining from Mongolia? Yeah, I don't know why they grab things. Manticore Missile Massacre. Oh, for evil, not good. Manticore, is this another Harrington reference? Are you a fan of the Harrington verse? We've probably had discussions about it, but I get confused and lose track of things. Is that my radiator? Oh no, this is the heat sink. Okay, I was gonna say, are we overheating? Well, we must have our radiators extended. How do we tell, actually? Is an interesting question, because we're gonna have some chats about things. But we've been designing our ships without heat sinks, intentionally. One of these buttons must be the radiator button, yeah? These are all just postures. Remaining battery charge. Someone's got to know. At the top of the green and red. At the top of... Well, this one's red. This one's green. There's... Oh, right here. Is this... No. Top left screen. Top left of the screen. Over here? Currently venting heat. Okay, so the radiators are currently open.
It's whiskey
Next to
and
time.
chocolate.
So there's time over here.
I finally have a job after 10 months of unemployment. Thank you for keeping me occupied and sane during that time. I really appreciate your streams and videos.
What was that with the whiskey and chocolate?
And you subscribe.
Whoa, NATO Warsaw, thank you very much. Holy cow. Thank you. I have the job for 10 months. I hope it's a job you enjoy, NATO. That's always really important. I mean, I suppose any job is pretty important to have.
Hi Quill, I've been watching since the EU4 multiplayer days with Mathis Arumba and Northern Lion. Thank you for the years of enjoyment you have given me, and many others.
What is that? What is... I'm sorry, what's going on? Is it my birthday today? What's happening? Wow, okay. So yeah, NATO, I don't know if you're actually active in the chat, but let me know if you're happy about it. Your job, yeah. And KH, thank you very much. This is great, because you know what I'm doing after the stream? I'm gonna go and buy some whiskey. Literally. Also groceries. I'm gonna make some pizza tonight, some homemade pizza. But apparently I can make a withdrawal from the whiskey and chocolate fund today. Thank you. And yeah, those EU4 multiplayer days, they were special. Coordinating with YouTubers is, well, coordinating anything with anyone. I mean, if you're an adult and you're trying to make plans with your friends, you know, sometimes it can be a massive pain in the ass. That's one of the things I'm amazed about, the fact that I've got this like standing like gaming group time on Tuesdays with my buddies that we've had for like well over a decade at this point. It's incredible and amazing. And you know, and it's no easier coordinated with YouTubers. So it makes me sad that, you know, we haven't really been able to keep up with stuff like that with other people, and most of it's on me, because those days were amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And NATO says, oh, it's okay, but it has great benefits. Well, that's actually quite good. Happy not birthday. Someone said fifth button on the top from the right. From the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 is fortified posture. 5 is defensive posture. Are people just like... Now, you may have to like confirm whether you're taking guesses or whether you know. Oh, he meant from the left. Oh, these 2 green buttons. Thank you. Now, these 2 are grayed out, presumably because I have no option but to have them extended, as I'm guessing. Oh, also, some of the reactors may not be retractable. I think I remember reading something about today. I saw a discussion on Reddit about the tin droplet reactors that said they're not retractable, and someone said, yeah, they are, but maybe without a heat sink, you can't toggle them at all, which is fine, because we want the radiators extended. The only reason this came up is I saw this bar and this exclamation mark, and I kind of panicked a little bit. So I was like, is something wrong? But no, everything is fine. Everything's working the way it should. Oh, we can start firing, actually. Yeah, just go to focus fire posture. There you go. Unload. Make the sound effects. Oh yeah, we're being shot at because they came in range, so we're taking damage here. We really need to unload. Oh shit, this shop, is this... Have we taken damage to one of our launchers? Yeah, so we're not actually able to launch the missiles as fast as we want to over here. Oh wait, this one's not going. Oh, it keeps stopping. I can't toggle these. I know it said like 0% fire control over here, but this one is at 100% fire control. Oh, but we've got fire control down over there. Yeah, one of our ships got disabled immediately. Well, that's not great. And now they're firing at my second one. This thing is much more dangerous than expected. We're still firing for now, which is good. We've got a repair crew maybe from the auxiliary life support currently. Okay. Can't lock targets. Ramming speed. The enemy has ECM and might temporarily stop the missiles from fire. I don't think that's it. I think it's because, yeah, we took damage to the fire control. So really, the Diomedes over here, well, I could have it break, but it's probably not being targeted anymore. And honestly, at this point, I'm like, let this one be targeted, because this one's still got missiles. Well, now we're out, so it doesn't matter. But we'll just keep playing it out as we do. Gilvora with the gift subs! 20 gift subs to the channel! Oh, sorry, 20 gift subs total. It's 10 right now. Bring your total to 20. Thank you so much for that. Anyway, we're gonna nuke the shit out of this guy. Well, not actually nuke. I'm gonna missile it. Hopefully we take enough. Ooh, okay, please die, please die, please die, please die. I should have fired everything the second we got to the 1,000 kilometers. But like, you know, maybe we can get a little closer. Okay, good. Whoo! It was only the last few missiles that finished this off. That was close, actually. Well, I guess it's Break Quill Day. Ah, thank you so much. I had a lot of stress about things. You know, we're not the sort of channel that, you know, does the big viral hits, right? Or anything like that. That's not the kind of content we make. And so it's very dependent on this kind of support.
It's whiskey and
so
chocolate.
It's incredibly appreciated. Hey, Kerbal King!
Keep things going with a joke. Unfortunately, I just lost my job at the cemetery, but fortunately it got me out of a grave situation.
Boo! Boo!
It's whiskey
That's
and
pretty.
chocolate.
Oh gosh, some more. Oh gosh.
Well, I don't know about your birthday, but mine was yesterday, so in traditional Hobbit fashion
I was gonna
here,
say!
it's for other people.
I was gonna say, that's the hobbity thing to do! Oh, thank you. Yeah, the thing is, one of the ship in that fleet, that's our throwaway fleet. Our throwaway ships that aren't even supposed to, like, be there. It's just, they're the small fleet that the aliens don't run away from. I guess we could build another little baby ship to throw in there. Oh, man. Thank you so much. So, yeah, NATO Warsaw started us off. KH, amazing. Kerbal King, so funny. Gilvora as well. Thank you so much. Is it something about Wednesday? Everyone's happy? It's hump day, baby. Everyone's got a good time going on. Wait, let me double check the alien fleet situation here. Fleets, Earth, the aliens. Yeah, so Victor 82 is on their way. Getting here in August, that's all we know about. So right now our fleets can indeed chill. Happy unbirthday, Gilvoro. And, okay, all of our shipyards are currently producing things. Good. And yeah, we do need to build some more fast response fleets. Updated design with more armor, maybe. I suppose that's the thing. I feel like these fleets are the reason that we're engaging isn't that we're catching it. So it's actually not speed that matters. It's just the it's the fact that they're not so intimidating. Weirdly, and the thing is, every time I see your name, I also think of like Taserface. But except your name is like 10 times cooler than Taserface. Maybe attack some servants fleets. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Because first of all, they probably wouldn't be fast enough to escape. Now, attacking the servant fleets also increases the alien aggro meter. And is it worth destroying the servant fleets to do that? Actually, you know what might be the most valuable? Is attacking the servant stations around Earth. Yeah, we could also put Cathal in space. And have them go and invade stations and stuff like that. Is an interesting idea. Or put Cathal in space and then take them over. I mean, they don't have a lot of shit here that I can tell. No, we haven't unlocked Marines yet. But you put Marines, like you build a ship with Marines, and then you do the docking. And that's the thing. The meter isn't actually maxed out. Apparently there is indeed, a full war option where everything turns fully red. So we may not want to push that for things where it's not actually needed. So I feel like that's kind of where we're standing right now. So, yeah. In the interest of, I really want to get to Jupiter this episode, or at least mostly get there. Let's keep moving for now.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause, lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
Unlock that.
Offering support.
Social science. Okay, good. So we can do our tier 2 social science stuff. Now I'm going to go back to working on finishing these things, including, hey, our missiles do 10% more damage. That seems useful. Wait, Marines, you mean I get a whole squad to back me up? Not very much. Yeah, I think there's 2 different ways of doing it. I think one, we can send one of our counselors to do space weirdy shit. And then I think the other way is you put Marines on a ship and then you board. Advanced Marine assault units. Speaking of, here, we'll leave that as a favorite and consider this sort of play. Shipboard magnetic weapons. We're not really using those. I won't obsolete it. Ships take less damage. Seems useful. Nuclear test. Italy has got nukes! Oh man, they're gonna go after all the people who break their spaghetti in two. I believe Italy is under control of the servants. This isn't great. They're currently being blockaded. Who's at war with Italy? Indonesia. All right. That's a spicy meatball. No more pineapple on pizza. Oh, you're right. We will have to go to war with Italy to defend our pineapple pizzas. That's important. Italy nukes Canada, payback for the pineapple on pizza, exactly. And for you who don't know, Hawaiian pizza is indeed a Canadian invention. I believe it was a Greek man in Canada who invented Hawaiian pizza, which of course totally makes sense. All right, Gene C's gonna go do protect, which is fine. Actually, before I do, let me double check.
Your orders?
There are space asset or alien life forms.
Taking it to
so we're gonna
them.
do that, and we'll just I'll reset Orbital here. If I cancel and restart, yeah, you'll go and protect. Perfect, lovely. Okay.
Offering assistance.
Lending my
Also, Caesar salad was invented in
Securing
Tijuana.
our interests.
Offering support.
Did I know that? Because I did know that the salad, I think it was the name, it wasn't like Caesar's Hotel or anything. Anyway, I was gonna say it's named after someone. Same thing with nachos, which I believe was named after someone whose nickname was Nacho, and I believe that was in Texas. Matt Staring with 25 gift subs to the channel. Thank you so much. Again, and all the people who just got a gift sub, you can join the Man, I got no words anymore. The Discord. Join the Discord. You just there's instructions somewhere down below on how to make sure your Discord is linked to Twitch. Like in Discord, you just connect your Twitch account, and then you should get an invitation to the Discord, where we just talk nonsense and bullshit all the time. It's great. So these automated cores, I'm not going to obsolete it, but from the sound of things, it's not as impressive as it first seemed, because it's not, because originally I assumed these were tier 3s, but it's just bases that don't have any population. Maybe there's value for like places that are far away or something like that. I don't know. Oh, hey! Stronger missiles. There we go. Oh, the colony class cruiser. Okay. Minimize for a second. Oh, I'm gonna go back to working on alien warships, which had started, but then I decided to switch some things around. Okay, our very first Punisher colony cruiser has now launched. It's currently in Fleet Romeo 25, which I'm going to rename to Colony 01. And so we want to send this to Jupiter, where we won't get no more stupider. Now, it's got some guns. Mostly, we're just going to hope that we don't get engaged along the way. Chat is crazy. Oh my god. Cathal with the gift subs. Bad Cat Bad with the gift subs. Thank you very much. Cathal, of course, one of the name of our counselors. Bad Cat Bad. I believe you're one of our stations? Or maybe I'm getting confused between games. Maybe it hasn't happened in this game. Okay. So we know that the aliens have a base around Callisto, which actually has me concerned. My imagination is we're going to get in the vicinity of Jupiter, and the aliens are going to be like, no. And that might be that. But we will see. Now, we could go to Jupiter proper. Presumably, there's an orbit around Jupiter that is going to generate antimatter. And that is one of the things we're going to be really interested in. I'm assuming it's one of these that might be like toxic as shit, but I don't know. There's no little icon here for it. Yeah, we could optimize for delta V. That's a good point. Well, the difference is basically the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. It's 3 weeks later, and the delta V is virtually identical. It's a 0.5 difference. So we may as well optimize for arrival date. That's exactly my experience in Jupiter. And the Enderfell says they get big mad. Oh, Enderfell says, without giving too much away, don't build in the same orbital body as the aliens. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So we're going to ignore Callisto. Here's the thing I propose. Let's go to Europa. I know it's got the big gas mask over here, but like, seems cool. Basically, all locations with the gas masks have some antimatter capacity. Okay, I'm going to propose we go to Europa. Because, you know, of all the worlds here, this one is one I want to make mine. I don't know. Fuck it. Excuse me. Bracket. Let's go to Europa. Because why not? We'll go to low Europa orbit, which is the interface, and we'll try to claim some of that. Yeah, Europa Universalis. Exactly. And then, oh, here, oh, hold on. These numbers are changing. Okay, now it's much more delta V. We could optimize for this, but we do get there substantially faster. It only leaves us with 3 extra delta V. Now, did we put the scoop on this? How do I double check what the ship is made out of? No, we didn't. The idea was this is just going to be a one-way trip. Which I was sort of fine on. And the idea is, then we'll build a station and it'll have a refueling and then it's going to be okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, scoop only works from Jupiter to low orbit. So here's the thing. If I have the scoop, what I was going to do is say, well, let's take a path that's more delta V efficient. How do I get my UI here? Game? Okay, there we go. So weird when it does this. maybe we take a path that's more delta V efficient so that we have enough delta V left over so that we can go transit from Europa to Jupiter and scoop some stuff up. But since we don't have a scoop on this anyway, I'm going to say, F it. Let's just burn all of our delta V and, drop off our stuff in orbit. I mean, presumably we don't actually have to land to deploy the land-based one. Yeah, when you build a station, be sure to add a fueling option. Just build one by default. And then we can refuel it or whatever. Or it'll provide some mediocre defense to whatever we build first. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna optimize by arrival date, use almost all of our delta V to get there. Fine. Done. What's the loiter? Was this how long we're waiting until our launch window? Probably. You just have to be an orbital launch colony pod. Yeah. Oh, you know what's fine. Yeah, we'll leave 3 delta V. 3. It's sure. Can I? What is this? Oh. Okay. Well, maybe I do this, and we leave ourselves with 8. 8K delta V. Delay ourselves by not even a week. Okay, I like this. Done. Book it. Plan the vacation.
Remains unmoved.
All right, here's our project for our next tier of cybernetics. Now, I'm assuming I'm hoping that we can just upgrade our current cybernetics here, and it's not ruined by the fact that I put all the tier 1s in it, but we'll see. I'm gonna pick up the solar steamers here because it's super cheap and reduced delivery time of HAB modules, which might be relevant. I don't think it matters too much for what we're about to do, but for other HAB modules that aren't being deployed by ship, it should make a big difference. And it's so dirt cheap, we may as well. I hope there's a mod that comes out for this game where the aliens are invading Kerbal. No, McMahon. Yes, absolutely, you're right. So McMahon says, I'm just asking here, just watching the stream, since there can only be one antimatter harvester per planet. Poor orbiter per planet, I don't remember. Yeah, should we not be prioritizing grabbing all those before anyone can? I agree. We did grab the one around Earth, and one of the reasons that we are trying to make getting to Jupiter a priority is because apparently Jupiter, like the big gas giants, should be best source for antimatter production. In theory, there might be an ability to do a little bit of antimatter grabbing around Mars or Mercury, but I think the number is very low, so it's not as relevant, is my understanding. But picking up the antimatter places around Jupiter sound really good. So I would like to grab all the antimatter production areas around Jupiter itself and around all the moons. Hopefully, we are going to be able to grab a little bit of that. We'll see. Antimatter harvesting, a bit of a trap. Yeah, I've heard some mixed things for it, but it's the tactic we're going to employ right now for the antimatter stuff. Our next plan for our engine jump is to move to antimatter, and apparently there are some ways to maybe produce your own antimatter, but we'll see. Southeast Asian Alliance under control of Protectorate and Malaysia have decided to merge. All right. Good for them.
DALL-Z is secure.
Wiped out everything. Perfect. Yeah, we could check our existing stations around Mars and Mercury. China has developed a new army. So with that in mind, then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and... do I even raise priority over here? Man, changing the government in China because it's so huge is really, probably ridiculous. Oh, the Unity's actually dropped below 0.5. So what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of Unity investment. And let me do this just to try to make sure all our armies do have that navy ready to go. Oh yes, and the new cyber tech. So let's take a look at that. Also, you have enough XP for another point, which is great because we're going to be putting some more into admin so that you can drop more of these little baby admin techs that we don't want you to have. But, okay, so they're 1K, and I'm assuming, yeah, this will remove it. So we're, in the end, picking up, say, this isn't going to give us 2 admin, it's going to give us 1 because he's got the baseline version of this. But I think it's probably going to be the way to go. Battle computers command. And in the end, I was like, I'm putting all these on. I ended up putting all of them on everyone except the loyalty monitor because it does sort of cap their loyalty to 20, but it might be useful. Might be worth doing anyway. Yeah, so the big priority is probably, we'll get the augmentation and everything. And the P defense is quite tempting as well, because basically no one has security maxed out, and we could definitely use that. I'm fully on the produce your own antimatter train. You can't trust the quality of anything you don't make yourself. But what about the people who want organic antimatter? You know, they want all natural antimatter, right? Think about that. Go. I mean, we'll definitely grab those first. I'm also going to spend the XP on administration. Now, what do we add over here? Kind of wish in this pop-up it would tell us what their actual current state is. So that looks like a 29 to me, unless I'm mathing wrong, which to me says I could drop a 3 admin org and still be at our cap, which is great. In fact, I don't think I feel the need to keep this around at all, so I'm just going to sell this off. There we go. And now we have room for one more thing. We could pick up one of the things kicking around. Of course, Carthage just went back into the pool. We might have some sitting around. Like, I could throw Aeneas security over here on CC. I mean, the security's always going to be good, but he doesn't need the investigation, so I don't know if that matters too much. And so I probably won't bother. I don't think I'll bother with the Crux Defense Service, although security is nice on everyone, but mostly what I'm looking to do is try to clear up a bunch more of these little baby groups and get some of the more potent ones. Especially anything that's got mining, which I think there was one earlier, but it's probably been picked up by one of the AIs. But that's going to be maybe a priority for stealing things. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't think there's any mining stuff currently in the list. I always got to double check because these like little crossed swords here, which is the ops, are semi-similar to the crossed pick and shovel from the mining job. And yeah, unassigned, none of these are mining ones either. So I'm fine with that. Mr. Natrium. Mr. Natrium's actually in a really good spot. The only thing he's got that is giving him org are White Fang Industries, which is probably still something we want to be running. And Minotaur Brands, which actually might be a little less important. The spoils boost doesn't really matter that much. The economy thing is, I guess, kind of nice, although it is a 5 admin thing. So if we want to go and pump his admin, which is currently sitting at 26 and will in fact be 27 if I give him this AI, we still have a ways to go before we could consider removing either one of these. Otherwise, he's mostly running a lot of mining orgs and he's doing okay. That's an income of 53. Well, that's the Minotaur Brands as well. So, yeah, that's the thing. It might be just worth keeping these, especially since it's going to be a fair amount of work to be able to pull this out. I mean, it's a nice 3-star one, so it's not hurting our total orcs allowed limit or anything like that. I could see long-term for Mr. Natrium, maybe we don't need the coral or aerospace here. And then it would free up a point for something else. Like if there's another 1-point mining org, we could throw it on him at that point. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be major changes happening. So what I propose with Mr. Natrium is continue with our plan on him to increase the security rating. Because he's super visible and basically impossible to ever hide, because he's a megastar, we need to make sure to buff his security because he's a natural target. So we'll give him the increased P defense system as well. And after that, I don't know. Okay, we'll keep boosting the science because that becomes something important. Like, his investigation doesn't matter. I mean, we might still go and give him these stats in the end. This is +1 espionage when being detected by the counselors, but he's so easy to detect regardless. We're not even bother doing that. Yeah, you're right. Minotaur only gives a net +2 org. That's true. If we were going to replace this, you're right. I only have to, but we're gonna have to replace it with something with some other 3 stars, like either a single 3-star, or 3 1-stars, or whatever. So we still have to make up for the 5 points. That's part of the plan. There's no avoiding that. All right, P defense for sure. We're still gonna go management AI over here, and then yeah, you actually you have enough espionage. Like, we can use you for the espionage itself. Your investigation's still capped. I think your detecting of counselors is already pretty good. We still want to get people with the science boost, because it turns out that's useful. Maybe we even give you the command. I don't know. What's your administration sitting at? You're currently... Okay, so you're currently sitting at a 28, which means we could drop something like Theta Holding. And you'd still be perfectly fine. You'd still be sitting at 25 org. We could sell this, get a bit of money, and then just drop this. And I think that's going to continue to be the plan. Now, we could hold on to these in case we ever have to replace someone, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh man, we want to get all these admin orgs really quick. But we could also just invest in them. Forgot Flamebeard basically runs the entire NATO Secret Service. Exactly. And yeah, as far as I can tell, people can die of old age or maybe retire. There you go. So we've got a little bit of space over here. The next thing would be to drop Xenon Financials once we get a little bit more of that. And then we could consider, well, either picking up a 2-star or maybe, you know, we could drop something like CSIS over here. I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't really cost much, and it gives points in something that's useful, although theoretically, we could easily get the investigation remaxed out if we want to drop that and pick up a tier 3 somewhere along the way. But that's good. Radical. Yeah, your espionage is maxed. But again, are you still running admin? You've got the Epsilon organization that gives you admin, and the International Monetary Fund, which I love that we have a criminal running that. Those are the only two that give admin, right? And both of these are probably worth keeping. I mean, that gets 8 freaking admin, which is redonkulous. Lots of security, some money. Yeah, I don't think that we are looking to drop either of those two. And yeah, I'm not wrong. Oh no, we do have a third. Kaiser Security also gives admin. But it's not bad. It's got that espionage point, they got the science point, gives us a little bit of various incomes, a little bit of tech. So again, I think with Radical, none of the admin-based ones are things we're interested in dropping. We could consider at some point dropping these 3 stars and replacing it with something else, but they're all giving her stats that are useful for what she's doing. So overall, I'm kind of happy where she's at, actually. I mean, we may as well still give her the security boost from this. We'll give her the science boost as well. But right now, I don't even need the management AI on her. Hell, actually, if I do this, I could start dropping the espionage boosters and consider replacing it with something else. So we do that. Maybe I won't spend it right now because I don't need it in the short term, but these are plans that we could come up with. P defense, although you were already capped on security, but it's going to be okay. And you do have some admin only things going on, so we're going to want to get that replaced. And we might end up dropping some points here and want to pick up something else too. What's your current admin at? 28. Oh, so again, I could just go ahead and drop just Octane's holding right now. And I think I should. There you go. And again, you've got a little bit of room. And actually, this is Gene C, right? Yeah, Gene C is running quite a lot of org boosters, so continuing to invest in her admin. Sorry, I said org boosters, I mean admin boosters. Especially since she's capped on command and security. It is starting to invest heavily into her admin so that we can drop some of these things and cycle some things around and maybe use something that's more efficient and be fine. Cathal. Defense. Sure. Science. And you actually are going to do command things, so we want to boost that. And we might start boosting the espionage to do the sabotage. I don't know. It's pretty far away from being useful right now. And if anything happens, it might just be the same thing where we do the admin. Right now we're 2 over, which isn't enough to drop one of these groups. Did we do CC already? Yes, we did. We started with you. All right. All that good enough. There might be some more tuning we can do, but we're going to move things along. Giving counselor stats they don't use might be beneficial anyway, since some events check for total stats of all counselors. Yeah, and that's the thing. I have been... I did that with all our level 1s. I think everyone had all the level 1s except for the loyalty thing. I would love that control point over here. And actually, the other thing is giving people persuasion, command, or admin. So, I mean, admin is already capped. But giving our various people command and persuasion, even if they don't use it, still gives us more management control points. And that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, so if I don't already have the command implant on everyone, which is the battle computer, yeah, you know what? let's do that. Everyone gets the battle computer regardless. I mean, I guess unless they were already maxed in command. I think a lot of them already had the level 1, because we're just adding an extra 1 point over here. Yeah, I'd just forgotten about it. And there's not an implant for persuasion, right? Oh, so you're already capped on it. And then I just gave it to you. Okay. Gives us a little more capacity. We've got 16 capacity right now. I mean, we might be able to grab a little something to run some spoils.
Ready for orders.
Solar steamers is done. I'm gonna grab a few more of these cheap things, maybe. We could grab the administration node and put that into space, which would give us more command points. It's not cheap to run. Let me grab it so it's super cheap to pick up.
Securing our interests.
Offering counsel.
No!
Offering counsel.
Lending my expertise.
This sounds bad. An alien specimen has escaped containment at Earth LEO2, Vigo for Frodo. The specimen in question was what our researchers dubbed a warthog, having been previously recovered at the site of one of our past combat engagements with the aliens. At the time, it displayed no neurological activity and was thought to be deceased. Thus, our researchers did not take the most stringent precautions while transporting it to Earth LEO2, Vigo for Frodo for study. They discovered their mistake when it unexpectedly reanimated and savaged a nearby researcher before escaping to a nearby ventilation duct. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. You can just go and chase aliens through ventilation ducts. Nothing bad ever happens from that. Tell you what, if you're nervous, get yourself a flamethrower and have someone use some sort of motion sensor. And then you're going to deal with it, no problems. It is now lurking somewhere in the depths of Vigo for Frodo, no doubt waiting to strike again. Despite that, the local HAB commander assures us that the situation is under control, while the crew coming up with several options to deal with the creature. So we can't send in the Marines because we don't have a Marine module. We can't flood it with gas because this place doesn't have a life science research module. That's annoying. Maybe in the future, I was sort of specializing my bases because it was easier to organize. In the future, my next campaign of this, my stations that are going to have research labs are going to have like one of each as much as possible to pad ourselves for these sorts of events. Have our engineers improvise armor for the crew, which can't do because we don't have a skunk works here. So the only thing we can do is try to lure the specimen to an airlock and jettison it. So on success, which is about a third, we get a little science. On fail, it gets to containment breach level 2. And 3 modules will be destroyed. I mean, we have no choice. It's literally the only button we can hit. So all right. The crew of Vigo for Frodo drew straws to see who would be the one to attract the specimen's location, while the others worked to close off surrounding areas and corral it into the airlock. Unfortunately, the crew did not work fast enough and the specimen saw through the trap, meaning it was instead our hapless crewman who was ejected while his crewmates were picked off. At least he was wearing a spacesuit so he could listen to the screens. Jesus! And we still have the breach 2 about to happen. It is up to 3, so it sounds like we only lost 1. So that's something. I'm like, hold on, let's put a life sciences lab in here instead. Instead of rebuilding what we had. Oh, was there an option? There was an option to scroll the text. Was there an option to scroll for more options? We don't have a fleet around Mars. So if they want to go and blow our stuff over there, we can't do anything about it. All right, Laser Cruiser is going to join the primary Earth defense fleet. And you're going to join the Mercury fleet. Colony 1's still there. I guess it's still close enough. Okay. Rather than didn't build the next set of ships. I think now's a good time to look at maybe more upgrades. Because we're not going to need a primary war fleet right now. I don't think anything has changed. I think the laser cruiser block 3... That's not true. You could upgrade it to the ultraviolet cannon. Right. There it is. Oh, these don't have a type. They're just generic arc laser things for point defense, which seems fine. What I could do is I could get rid of one of these and put an actual battery in there to shoot. But I think twin point defense is okay. We got the laser engine on these. So I think we're going to skip upgrading to block 3 and we're going to go to block 4. Why is it called block? Why not mark? What's this block nomenclature that does automatically? I think the other thing we could do is we could strip away more of the sidearm because it does weigh like a bajillion tons. I mean, I do want these ships to be fairly sturdy, but... Block's an American thing. It's used in upgrading ship designs. Like, is it specifically like in the Navy? In the Navy. Oh, right. This is in Guardian mode. Right. I do want to change this to probably attack mode, which it would preferentially, I believe, attack the primary target. And if none, it'll fire at the nearest thing. Yeah. And then these things are on defense mode, which I think is... We'll fire at nearest projectiles threatening us or an ally. I think that's the only option for the point defense. Yeah. So Block Bean's version in this context. Aircraft, fighter jets, rockets, spacecraft. Really? I mean, I bet you I have encountered this before, but it didn't stick. Because I must have. Because we play those kinds of games. But I've never noticed it until now. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. And yeah. Possibly needs no side armor at all, but I did just decrease it from 2 to 1. The laser cruiser command one could also get an upgrade here. I'm going to name it Block 4 so that it's in sync with the other one. Oh, that's annoying. It doesn't let you edit the name. It lets you just start over. All right, never mind then. I'm not going to bother because I don't want to do all that typing. I'm lazy. I need to obsolete the green lasers. There we go. Okay. This is actually holding back our speed compared to the other one. I think that's okay. So now, if we look at, say, Earth Def 1, no, or is that at shipyards? Refit dock ship. There it is. Okay, I see what's going on now. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to do it on mass, and that was fine. Yeah, obsolete the old design. Would that help me? Well, first of all, nothing else, what I can do. This is not alphabetical. Is this by age of design? I guess it's by age of design. So I guess I could obsolete everything except these two and maybe the colony ship here. Yeah? Let me get rid of this Mark III. Oh, right. It doesn't actually clear it from this list. These are already obsolete. It doesn't clear it from this list. You can trash it once there are no more ships of that type that exist. Yeah? I think that's right. So it's almost like what I can do is tick all these and then untick the one I want to keep. So this one here. Ooh. You know what this needs? This list needs zebra striping. Okay, that's fine. And then this one I want to leave. Okay, so yeah. The Punisher Colony Cruiser and the not interestingly named Laser Cruiser and Laser Cruiser Command are going to be the only non-obsolete options. Now, Halko's Revenge, we have some of them that exist. So what I want to do is I want to do an upgrade on that. So we don't have any of the Block 2s yet. So tell you what, actually, let me just do the upgrade on the base version for a second. Because that's one we actually got. We can keep some track on things. For example, if we look at the armor. Okay, so it looks like it already upgrades to the latest armor. I'll do the same thing, though. Just one tick on the back, one tick in the middle, even then it's maybe questionable. But every now and again, we have gotten flanked. And then the nose weapon is going to be upgraded to this. Oh, shit. That's right. It's a cannon. It can't be tweaked. Honestly, part of me is wondering if we don't even upgrade. Okay, tell you what, let me upgrade from this design because we've done some work. So yeah, the nose weapons is still just a generic cannons. We don't even show up on the list because they've been set to obsolete. The hull weapons with the missiles, these are the lance heads, which I think are still correct for most advanced things. And we got point defense. That's probably okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna drop the heat sink because we don't particularly care for that. And then probably what I should do... What do I add in here? I don't think we need another magazine. I don't think we put in the flag bridge. The laser engine's pointless. Yeah, I guess you just throw in the component armor. It's pretty heavy. But the thing will be freaking tough as hell, though. Presumably. But it is so heavy. Are you telling me I can't change utilities? Hang on, if we try to do this. Heat sinks can't be changed with other modules. So we can change utilities, we just can't change heat sinks. Yeah, you know what? F it. I think the base Halko's Revenge has pulsar drives. The Block 2 is the upgrade to the advanced pulsars, so it might be worth going ahead and doing those upgrades. So there's not a direct and easy bulk upgrade button, although presumably everything that's in list is something here that has a valid upgrade that can be done. What I might want to do is just, so not assign anything else in Mercury. But just around Earth, we'll do these because it'll give them the slightly faster engines. Sure, and then when they're done, we can consider doing some others. And that way we don't have too many ships being... I mean, maybe they're still available in the fleet up until the moment where they actually start being worked on. But just in case the ones in the queue are unavailable, let's do it this way. Replace the cannon with railgun? Maybe.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, administration node tech is done. Partially because it was super dirt cheap. It will also open up the option of getting operation centers. Not that we're at... Actually, we're getting damn close to the mission control cap, which is actually rather relevant. Oh my god, Sweden and India have agreed to end one of their wars. Debris duty! We've identified a piece of orbital debris. It will pass close to Avesti. No risk of a collision. This represents rare opportunity for us. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll use our weapons to go and decrease the orbital debris over here. I'm not reading the whole event because we've seen this one before. Duty. Exactly, do silence. I didn't make the joke this time because I say it every time, but I sure as heck thought about it. New orgs we might want to acquire. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I might spend some time looking at them in between things. So yeah, we're mostly doing a lot of advise right now, which is okay. We don't have enough to take another point in China yet, which is really kind of still our goal.
Offering counsel.
It's that guy we shot out the airlock. That was the debris.
Offering support.
Offering assistance.
There you go. Ship component advance. Tell you what, let's get that so we'll have options.
Offering counsel.
But yeah, what happens if we drop Denmark? I think Denmark's really cheap, especially since now it doesn't have Greenland anymore. Oh yeah, and we're using it for spoils. That's actually like our entire economy right now is doing spoils in Denmark currently. Because we are losing $800 a month. Except that we're actually gaining money because we're strip mining Denmark. Okay, yes, join this. So we could do another upgrade in Mercury. There we go. And heck, I can queue this one up too. Good. Strip mining Denmark, hollowing out those mountains. Yes, all those mountains, exactly. Those famous Danish mountains. Alright, we'll get this, which does spin off in New York that we're going to go and take a look at. Presumably each faction gets their own version of it. Okay, Mexico City. Right. So we're doing a little bit of space defense at a few of the most important centers in this, which I think is a good idea. I'm going to keep letting this trickle up for now. Is there maximum military tech currently? 8. Okay, so we could definitely keep working on this pretty aggressively in the US. The mission control as well. Everything is looking fine and swell to me. Okay, good.
The people will come to us.
Oh yeah, that's right, Parduk. You were saying you were like starting like a 13-hour or something like that slow cook, right? New project. Exotic armor. Exotic armor leads to army nuclear hardening. That sounds pretty useful. Okay. So the appropriately named Earth Elio 2 rename 01 has got its first hab orbit, and we've got a few of those. So we're going to do some renamings here of some new things that I queued up before the stream. So, oh, hey, there we go. The first person in the name in game queue is KH, who I don't think was in the game yet. KH29. There you go. You were first on the list. Let me mark that as complete. So this is a place where we are indeed building the social science labs. Now, there's going to be some upgrades available over here because the next tier has become available. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click these. In fact, in hindsight, I could have waited to queue this up to do the tier 2s immediately. We're still going to be good on power. Good. Excellent. That's what I want to see. So that's the first one. The second one over here. Now, this isn't in an interface orbit, unfortunately, but that's going to have to be all right. This one is BDWK. Mark is complete. And finally, we have Birdwing. Maybe a better name for a ship than Think. Although this thing is flying in orbit, sure, it works. Birdwing 292. Same treatment. We were hurting for social science. We're gonna do that. Although I'm like, hold on, maybe I should get one of those life sciences everywhere. there's something wrong with Discord. You can only see the 4 bot channels. Sometimes. So Discord syncs its list from Twitch once an hour. Which, first of all, means it may not have done it yet. Secondly, sometimes it doesn't do it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually do it right now. If I can find the right spot. Twitch integration, manage, and sync. Might take a minute, but in theory, when this is done, all the new peeps who have linked their Twitch to their Discord should get. Ooh, it's just spinning and chooching right now. Normally, this happens almost instantaneously. It's possible that something either on the Discord side or the Twitch side is having some issues with their sync. We'll give it a few minutes, and hopefully we'll get all new people in there. Oh, Birdwing didn't have enough power. That's possible with the upgrades. I only checked the power balance of the first one. That's a great point. So you're going to rejoin that. Birdwing. Resistance around Earth is one of the X ones. Yeah. Total power consumption is going to be too high by 1. So yeah. Everything in one of these is getting 2-layer defense, 1 farm. Guess what I'm going to do is cancel one of these and just put... Well, I could just leave it blank. But I don't know. I'll put another solar array in here with the idea that we'll probably end up with tier 3 things at some point. I don't know. Twitch had some problems loading stuff today, so might be having slight problems. Yeah, and then like Microsoft's Xbox stuff was down for 6 hours yesterday. It was ridiculous. Utter madness. Let me just check. No
Ready
plans
for
we
my
know about.
mission.
Nope, nothing. Okay. Now,
Offering support.
there's a possibility there's some aliens running around on the planet. However, we haven't seen evidence of them for a little while, so it's possible
Lending my
humanity first got them.
expertise.
I'll help them.
All right, there's our follow-up. Everyone, I mean, Alien was a really good movie. Aliens was also great. So here we are in the sequel. The loose alien specimen continues to stalk Vigo for Frodo. A pall of fear has settled over the Hab. The crew dare not venture anywhere alone. Some refuse to show up for work altogether. Several were found dismembered in the corridors. Others have disappeared, never to be seen again. There's a great board game, by the way, if you ever want to get this vibe, that vibe of the Alien movie. It's called Nemesis. It's basically Alien, the board game, except rebranded, and genericized so that not to upset any copyrights. But Nemesis, the board game, is really good. Several found dismembered, disappeared. Nerves are frayed and tempers are short, causing maintenance to suffer. This is not a sustainable state of affairs. Vigo for Frodo's command staff has called an emergency meeting resolving to deploy drastic measures to deal with the creature once and for all. Option 1, depressurize the entirety of Vigo for Frodo to asphyxiate the specimen. 50-50 chance of... Okay, so possibility 1 just removes the containment breach. Possibility 2 removes the containment breach, but leads to containment breach 3 and destroys up to 3 more modules. Or rig up a module with explosives, then detonate it once the specimen is inside. So it's going to cost us 300 volatiles, which is half a month's worth. Which is, again, guaranteed to remove containment breach 2. 30% chance we lose 1 module. 40% chance a random sector will be destroyed. So presumably an entire wing. What other options do we have here? This would be if we had ratio of power to sectors at least 80. Or if we had ships that were docked. Rig an explosion seems much riskier. Well, okay, so this has got a 70% chance of ending the event. And a 30% chance we'll go to containment breach 3. This is 50-50. So this can end it. It's got more of a chance, perhaps, that more things get destroyed. Like, our success is still going to cost us. But you know what? We love explosions. Come on. Kaboom! Yeah, so we destroyed an entire wing. So we got our 40% one. There you go. Most sane crew members wanted nothing to do with the whole endeavor. A few latent pyromaniacs reveled in being finally let off the leash. Once the explosives were set up, all they had to do was wait until the specimen was seen on camera inside the abandoned modules, and then blow the whole thing up. Unfortunately, the explosives turned out to be far less stable than the crew expected. An entire sector of Vigo for Frodo has been destroyed before we knew what had happened. The worst part, Fuck, no, we got the full failure! We got the 30% fail! We blew up half our goddamn station! And this thing is still running around! Oh my god! Oh boy, that's just ducky, isn't it? Huh. I guess I'll just hit the rebuild all. Alright. That's one thing to do, Orbital. Might just need to nuke the station. Yeah, well, we're gonna see what the next option. Maybe I shouldn't have rebuilt anything yet. We might still just be blowing it up. Project complete alien warships. Perhaps the most oddly reassuring aspect of our earliest sightings of the alien craft traversing our solar system is that they operated by the same fundamental scientific principles that we had believed governed the universe. Newton is still in the positive. Their materials and propulsion technologies were, of course, well beyond our capabilities, but we could at least see that these interplanetary warships were governed by Newton and Einstein and the rest, same as we are. Now that we've had an up-close look at one of their ships, though, we see we have much to learn. Their drives rely on a type of fusion using a hybrid of plasma containment techniques. Their radiators and heat sinks are amazingly efficient in their management of waste heat. In time, our people will be able to reverse engineer some aspects of their technology for our own uses and derive ways to improve combat capabilities against alien craft, so we take 5% less damage. Cool, seems good. Laser weapons do bonus 10% damage. Well, you don't say, huh? Okay, we need 2 new projects. Now, I heard that these superconducting coil batteries were pretty good. Might be relevant if we start doing more lasery things, so I think I will go and grab that. And oh yeah, this is the repeatable one, which we might end up doing. No, do we just repeat this a bunch to help us get the next China control point? I don't know. I'm shuddering at the thought of what this next freaking event is going to be on the space station. India declared war on Yemen and Saudi Arabia. All right, Humanity First has got nukes and they're not afraid to use it. So let's see what happens. Quantum gaming. Video games? Yeah, baby! A new strategy game is ready for release. With our subtle guidance, a computer game has been developed which uses the full power of quantum computing to simulate an alien invasion of the solar system in unprecedented detail. Oh, we're gonna Ender's Game this shit by the end of it. The player's tasked with what's that other... There was a movie that came out in like the 80s about like a kid who was really good at like video games. Like some sort of, Space Invaders type of video game, and then we're hired for something. It's just called War Games? Last Starfighter, that's the one. Isn't it? Last Starfighter. Was War Games the exact same premise? Which one was the one where they're like, they made the AI that was going to nuke the world, and then they taught the AI to play tic-tac-toe? Was that one the War Games one? Because Last Starfighter was the one that was a video game, and the guy was so good he was like hired by aliens or some shit, right? Yeah, War Games was the one that ended with how about a game of chess? Exactly. So yeah, that's what I thought. So I meant the Last Starfighter, which I think I did see, but I was super young, so I barely have a memory at all. All right, players tasked with managing a secret society which must try to bring the governments of Earth under its influence and direct resources to combat aliens on both Earth and in space. Yeah, a little bit meta, just a soupçon of meta. We had the opportunity to inject some subliminal messaging into the game's core loop. What should we focus on? So I can't do just make the game addictive and monetize everything. That's for the initiative. Focus on the importance of ground operations, giving us some ops. Emphasize the importance of space presence. We get more mission control priority investment. Or global unity is the key, sub-public boost. You know what? We're going to take a permanent investment in mission control. I think that one's fine. None of these are the most significant. It's not going to give us more MC. It's just going to let us build it up a little bit faster in the nations we've got. But a lot of these places we're starting to run up against the cap anyway. My day we played in physical arcade games. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's take a quick look at the org marketplace, because presumably we also got a new mining one unlocked. Hopefully it didn't just get added to the global pool and someone stole it right away, but it's an individual project, so... Huh. Oh, no, I think it's this. So it did get added to us personally immediately. So it's a space mining one with 2 pips, which is really good. We can't do anything with it yet, because no one's got the ability to pick that up yet. And again, we might do some shuffling, but we'll spend the next, like... I was going to say, we've got 50 minutes left of the stream. We'll spend all of it doing some shuffling. There'll be something to look at in between. Let me just check. There's nothing to burn down. There isn't. Cool.
Offering assistance.
Lending my expertise.
You still want your DARPA?
Offering assistance.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
We're trying to go a little faster. By having most of our counselors up on automatic most of the time.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, KH29, some new modules are coming in. Same thing with these other new ones. I mean, this should all be... Yeah, just their existing construction. Good, groovy, excellent. And where's the colony ship at? That's a great question. Colony 01. Still got a long way to go. It's going to get there in April of next year. Got the better part of a year to go. And if we zoom out, can we get a sense as to where you are? Yeah, you're still... You're far enough from Mercury now. I think the latest Mercury ships joining Colony 1 fleet wasn't an option. So you have departed, and you're on your intercept over here. This is going to take a little while. Okay, I'll repeat that project. So we got 20 points right now. We need a 45-ish for China node. Yeah. I don't know if it's viable to do that. I mean, and it's not going to be enough to finish everything. We'll still need more tech, but advanced chemical rockets, I'm not interested in that tech at all. Last Starfighter was the first movie I saw on our first color TV. Wowj Run! Was there a good 3-star persuasion tech? Because I know I've got a bunch of 1-star ones. I mean, not that CC's actually at the total org cap, but the problem is these persuasion ones... I mean, I could swap. I could give him someone like the Naus for security. Or this engineering one. But yeah, none of these are persuading... Oh, no, that's not true. There's a Hathor fund. Which is just 1 persuasion point. It is 8% knowledge investment. That's probably the part of that that's kind of appealing. Paris cartel. Well, I don't think if it's cartel, it's probably a criminal thing, right? Yeah, it must be a criminal. So, and he's not a criminal. Hathor just got terrible flashbacks, terrible SG-1. Yeah, I never watched a Stargate TV show, really. I mean, I think I caught an episode or 2 back when it was on TV.
I will help them.
Lending my expertise.
I have to build a fleet around Mars. And wormholes!
Offering assistance.
The phenomena, known as wormholes, entails 2 points in space-time connected via an instantaneous quantum tunnel, most likely propped open by matter with negative mass. Though theorized about as early as 1916, they have never been proven to exist until now. Our deep space scans indicate a localized gravitational anomaly beyond the orbit of Neptune, where there very much should not be one. Ooh. Whoa, the plot thickens. Specifically, we are registering gravity flowing inwards from a point orbiting an otherwise nondescript celestial body in the Kuiper belt. Our readings appear consistent with that of a stable Ellis drain hole. In other words, we believe we are looking at the first recorded instance of a traversable wormhole.
Commander, we now know how they've come to our solar system.
Our astrophysicists have taken advantage of our deep sky wash observatories, as well as some of the new technology available to us, to study the primary alien base in the Kuiper Belt. It is pronounced Cooper, right? Not Kuiper? I don't know. Anyway, no matter what I say, someone's going to be upset anyway. Their conclusions are unanimous, are unanimous. The Hydra base houses one end of a stable, traversable wormhole. Kuiper? Really? You're not just fucking with me? The Kuiper Belt. All right. According to our researchers and the data our spacecraft have gathered over the course of this conflict, the alien wormhole can best be modeled as an Ellis drain hole, a previously theoretical mathematical construct consisting of a spatial discontinuity in which matter on one side of the wormhole drains into its destination. If our models are correct, this means that transporting mass to our solar system requires significantly less energy than sending anything back the other way. Our researchers theorize that Hydra's somehow moved the mouth of the wormhole from its origin in another solar system to here, perhaps by means of a probe or some other ship specialized for interstellar travel. Now that the Hydra were able to create or move this wormhole is entirely unknown. We believe that Hydra exotics were involved somehow. Skywatch observatories have confirmed a significant quantity of exotics near the wormhole's location, but several of our astrophysicists have admitted that truly understanding the wormhole's creation would require a grasp of physics so far beyond our own that it would amount to a new sub-branch of science. In any case, we don't need to know how to make one, we only need to know how to stop it. We are not picking up any similar readings anywhere else, so for now we are operating on the assumption that this is the only wormhole in our solar system. If the aliens lose it, their war effort will be crippled. I think we might have our victory condition. Oh, it's Dutch! Oh, that explains everything. Nobody knows how to pronounce Dutch words. Not even the Dutch. It's just too bonkers. It's impossible. Now that we know we're dealing with an Ellis drain hole, our physicists, and every time I read Ellis drain hole, I really want to make some sort of dirty joke, but I just haven't figured out what it is yet. Our physicists and naval officers can work together to develop a plan to cut off the aliens from their source of resupply. We've requisitioned a meeting room and a lot of coffee. Complete the choke point project when it becomes available. All right, we have all the prereqs. Just gotta wait for it to pop up. Now, I'm been focusing mostly on like the cheaper stuff over here, but I mean, we could look a little deeper for some things. I mean, of the ones I've got starred. I'm wondering about the ship defense. Yeah, we can finish more of the exotics tech. I mean, we don't have the means to use them yet. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. This actually gives us huge investment point boosts. Actually, that's kind of nice. Let's say we don't have any exotics really to use, but apparently that one doesn't need them. So we just benefit outright. Okay. All right. You're going to join Earth Def 1. And all this tells me that we can also queue up some more refits. Oh. We can upgrade from the block 4 to the command, but I don't want to do that. This one is a command. So we're going to upgrade to this. Hey Quill, I'm too broke today. How do you buy your food? Well, it's a treat stream, but actually I've got some fun dinner plans tonight. I'm going to be making some pizza tonight. I've been in the mood for pizza for a little bit, and specifically I'm going to go and make my own. And people have contributed to the whiskey and chocolate and apparently pizza fund. So I will be going and getting I used to make my own pizza dough, and it's still fine, but you can get like ready-made like pizza dough, just like the raw dough in a ball from the grocery store, and it's come out perfect. I mean, it's just flour and yeast. basically. It's the exact same thing I'd do at home, but it saves me, several hours of doing the need and then the rise ahead of time, which has been fantastic. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get some nice proper mozzarella. And then after that, I haven't quite decided. We might go Hawaiian style. We might also do like a barbecue chicken kind of vibe. And then I'm also going to make a vegetarian option for Essentia. All right, we got our superconducting coil batteries, which are supposed to be pretty strong. Pineapple. Yes, pineapple. All right, let's just get more of these marine units. They might start to become increasingly useful. The servants must have gotten an event over here. Oh, they tried to steal a project. So I think this basically gives us like full info on them. Okay, we have to wait for the next mission phase. But yeah, we haven't had a turned servant person in a little bit. Oh, you're in a different orbit. I'm like, why can't you join? Yeah, Earth Defense 1, but these were all refitted somewhere else. So, yeah, just merge into one. I think I've got someone merging to 36. There you go. There we go. So all three of these ships should be there. And then you guys can transfer to... Where are the fleets in here? Filter for Earth. There it is. You can't just filter to fleets. There you go. Just join Earth Def 1, and then when you get there, you'll be able to do a merge. All right. Here's Containment Breach 3 at frickin' Vigo for Frodo. Oh, we are over our cap. How do we get over our cap? Did it happen when the HAB's completed? We're not building new ships, we're upgrading ships. Are they using more? Did I lose cap for some reason? I didn't think I was building new ships. Anyway, we'll fix it. All right. The loose alien specimen has brought Vigo for Frodo to its knees. All HAB operations have effectively halted, given that very few crew members are willing to risk their lives to perform even essential duties under these conditions. Surviving command crew are now holed up in its core, armed with whatever weapons they can improvise. Scuttle the HAB and the aliens with it. We destroy it. Make a last stand in the core. You know what? If it fails, we lose it. Broadcast an appeal to the aliens. Allowed for factions that have completed the Hydra language project. Allowed for factions that are not anti-alien. Now, we're going to make a last stand. Let's do it. The crew may have been decimated, but they weren't going down without a fight. All access points to the core were welded shut, and an ambush prepared at the one remaining route. When the specimen finally showed itself, the crew kept their nerve long enough to fire a bolt right through its brain. It's over. All right. Waiting for things to be rebuilt. It finally happened. We level up some HABs. Maybe some HABs leveled up. That might have been what done it. Some HAB level ups. That kind of makes some amount of sense. Now we're barely over cap. And you know what? We'll focus a little bit more on mission control. Let me pull back on the Navy a little bit for a bit. There's that. And in America. There you go. Mission control is still kind of a focus over here. Okay.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Aliens still
I'm
pretty
not
pissy.
interested in baby steps. Our enemy isn't going to wait for us to catch up. What I want from you is the most devastating force you can possibly imagine, placed in the hands of our soldiers today. Colonel Hans Castillo, Weapons Facility Inspection.
Plasma consists of charged particles, specifically positive nuclei and negative electrons, that can be shaped and confined by magnetic forces. Like iron filings subjected to magnets, these particles will follow a magnetic field's guidance, enable us to both contain and direct the boiling, deadly forces within. The magnetic field lines act like an invisible bottle and can isolate the plasma from any solid walls around it, thus preventing it from burning right through them. Magnetically confined plasmas can reach temperatures 10 times hotter than the heart of the sun, and as such could be used to generate untold megawatts of energy, whether that be to accelerate a spacecraft to ever greater velocities or to deal unstoppable death to our enemies. Leads to more technologies. Okay. Next global tech to research. Again, one of the things I keep working towards is our antimatter propulsion, which at this point is waiting for antimatter mass production, which is being researched. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. I could just grab some cheap stuff. We still have this arrival psychology we never did. Is this something we need? You know what? Expended space survival, man and machine. Screw it. I'm going to research this. You peek at what leads to that. Doesn't matter. Interrogation techniques is there. Let's do an investment in this. I think your station is unused. Bad cat bad? Build the empty stations now. That's true. We could just build an empty station, or I could double check. Not there. Over here in our halves, and if we can check all of our halves. This one here. We're gonna rename this once it gets established, but we're still waiting for some things to build. So yeah, some things are still being built because we had sent out a few. I guess this needs to be renamed. I mean, these random mining things are just less interesting to me, is all it is. Yes, we have a few places in construction. The only place with unused, this little symbol here is an unused module slot or something that can be upgraded, is this one here, which is still in the process of being built up. So I don't have a slot right now. I could replace a little bit of some of our research slots with something that gives these points, but my hope is just to get an extra MC or two relatively soon. Ooh, the choke point project set as favorite. I don't know if there's room for anything around Mercury anymore. You're gonna go defend. Good, you're defending. Wonderful. Some new orgs again. We'll just keep going for now.
Offering counsel.
Securing our control.
Lending my expertise.
Can I keep the mining
Offering
thing out?
assistance.
I didn't think I could,
Offering support.
because the problem with this is I first put down the it was the level 1, the tier 1 core, and then it's upgrading to the tier 2, which is overall faster, but I can only put down the outpost mining complex, which then maybe I could upgrade afterwards. But yeah. Oh, freaking turn Councilor. Son of a bitch. Direct invest in MC, true. I mean, I don't know how much of a problem is that we're over and how vulnerable it makes us. I mean, presumably it does make us open for conquest. The mission control investments, okay, actually insanely cheap. What? Yeah, marine ship. So maybe what we do is we design a marine ship.
Another offers a hand to negotiate. A third falls prostrate. And the fourth runs. Only one of those chose the right, best response. What we're trying to understand is how to ensure we induce that response when the time comes. Colonel Hans Castillo, during a staff meeting with morale officers.
Ships or halves might defect if you're over MC. That does suck, but it might be an event. Where social scientists are examining the changes in people and their relations en masse, psychologists are studying the individual and its response to the alien arrival. Our brains, evolved and wired in the Stone Age to worry about things like food, predatory animals, and opportunities for mating, we're having trouble enough adapting to a wired, bureaucratic world where the most dangerous threats, such as climate change, are neither immediate nor visible. And the presence of aliens among us is overloading our already taxed minds. Will aberrant behaviors increase as humans become hopeless and adopt an every man for himself approach to the world? Will we be able to widen our concept of our tribe to all of humanity as our differences fade in comparison to the aliens? Understanding how our minds have been shaped by evolution and culture to deal with this strange new stimulus from the stars will lead to the self-awareness we need to shape our collective response. So rival mass communications leads to what? Propaganda, broadcast outlets, extended space survival, colony habs, mission to the outer worlds, ring habs. Okay, I'm going to research this. Ring habs, are those the tier 3s? Yeah, I think if I'd sent the build originally to be the tier 2, then I would have been able to plan everything right away. That's what I was doing with my my orbitals, the 3 orbitals that I started before the stream. The problem is the trick that people said, and maybe it's not a good trick, maybe it's wrong, was send the tier 1 and then immediately upgrade it to tier 2, which theoretically might be faster, but on the downside means I can't queue up the tier 2 modules right away until it's actually established, which actually might slow down the base overall. I don't know. Maybe we should just build the tier 2s immediately going forward with mining stuff. All right, we're going to start researching the choke point because it's our story mission. And I can bring this back down to 1. That's fine.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
New project, ships ECM. Yeah, I mean, you know what? That sounds like it might be useful. Although, so far we haven't been getting hit really. God damn it! God damn it! This is what I was worried about. Do we set a whole fleet? Do we build like a half dozen colony ships and send them together? Sending tier 1 and upgrade saves boost. It's an early game trick. Oh, that sort of makes sense. That maybe all it does is save boost and not actually time. In which case we shouldn't use it going forward. Ski aliens can't leave us alone. What have we ever done to them? I mean, to be fair, they started it. Now, we actually aren't constructing much right now. Send 4 separate fleets. They retarget every time. That's interesting. Now, the colony ships are halfway capable of fighting. No, we can't send a fleet from Mercury to save it. Their other fleets they're not going to have the range. And the intercept isn't until a year from now, which is interesting. I don't think I can. I'm worried about our MC situation here. I don't think building new ships is the way. Although I may as well go and keep upgrading things. Let's keep going with this. We're almost to the point of getting China going. Ship construction, refit. Yeah, I don't know how close we'll be to Jupiter then. I don't remember what our ETA for the arrival was. Actually, yeah, we're going to arrive at Europa before we get engaged. That's what I was wondering about. I can't remember what the alert was. It was June or July that they were going to intercept us. We're going to be at Europa in April. So we can at least start our builds for whatever value that might have. Building a whole AMC station may be the only solution. Yeah, which we still have some orbitals available here. So maybe the thing to do. Okay, before I get too much more distracted, hold on. We need to
Standing by.
Investigate this guy. Try to figure out what the loyalty is. I don't think we can flip you right now. I don't even remember what the flip operation is called. If anything, I would have thought it was a persuasion thing. So I'd hope CC can do it, but apparently Oh, there, turn counselor. There, so this is going to become available when we get the loyalty info.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and we could thought the thing is with Mercury is I'm trying to remember. I feel like Mercury might be full. But otherwise, yeah, it is infinite power. Oh, no, we got some space. F it, let's just do all the orbitals around Mercury. Well, I mean, maybe. Maybe. Maybe one at a time. Hello, Pepito Jones. So I want a farm. I want 2 layered defenses. And then what is our thing called? Because we did unlock it. This one here, yeah. Operations Center, the Tier 2 Ops Center. There's no... It'd be nice to get a preview about how many crew we think we're going to need. Laird, do you not need any crew at all? 15. Yeah, so we're not up much right now. And obviously we don't need a lot of power, or not a lot of solar arrays, because it's Mercury. Okay, so we're not gonna... So, let's say we go... Now we're at 0. I guess I'll build one more solar array. It's 2 operation center per tier 2 to stay even on MC. Wow, so yeah, you really do have to go quite a lot. Overkill on power, but so be it. Yeah, we could template this. Unless we feel that there's an adjustment needed. Ops centers... Can you get a list of modules on the screen? As to what we've built? Because especially while they're under construction, it's impossible to see them. 50, 100, 150. That's negligible. 200. Let's call it 250. 300. 350. 400. So the farm is only going to offset 300, so we'll still have to be sending some water and volatiles over here, but I'm not sure it's worth building another farm. Need nanofactories stay even on the cash output. You think that's worth it? How does it generate the cash? It's got its own cash upkeep. Not an Earth or interface. Lets you build orbitals and settlements, but we've got at least one over here. Oh, builds products for money income if the hab has no modules under construction. Okay, so it just passively gives us money if we're not using its boost to actual production. But I don't know by how much. But maybe it's a good idea. Maybe what I'll do is I'll cancel one operation center and put down one manufactory. And we'll save this. Do you not like to name it? Is it just going to be named Mercury Med Pepito Jones? Gives you 80 a month if it's not building? Shit. Oh, can rename it now, though. Although this is balanced from Mercury, so this is called Mission Control, right? Yeah. MC Station, Merc Solar. So this is really the only place we could build it and be sustainable. Oh, gives 90, it costs 10, so it nets 80. Well, that's quite cool. And then, of course, it's going to be offset by the cost of the other modules. So whether or not it makes money as a whole... Actually, I don't know how many of these... Oh, yeah, no, there's definitely some support costs on these. I think this station is still going to... Yeah, the station's still going to cost us money overall. But just barely. So do we spam this thing? I could put down one more right now without it putting us over the cap currently. And of course, they'll be self-sustaining. Oh, I need at least 3 free to even start building it. Okay. So yeah, we're doing the investigation. That's fine. We gotta find out the loyalty.
Expertise.
I will help them.
Lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, immediate unrest reduction when we conquer things. Kind of sounds useful, actually. Certainly beats building space hotels. I can see that. Oh, okay, so this crater here, which I guess we'll rename this. So, you know what? I'm just going to call this Asteroid Base. Kind of inconsistent as to whether I put a dash or not, I think. Omni 037. Oops. There we go. Welcome to the party, pal. Give me some more mining. Our water's at 1K a month now, which is nice. We're not around Jupiter yet, and technically Jupiter hasn't gotten the probes to land yet. We do have a colony ship on the way, though. Colony Fleet 01.
Merely enduring is a life spent waiting for death. Allow yourself to become the flame that pushes back the darkness. The flame that others will flock around. Superior Judith Howell. Forward to How to Lead. Small steps, big changes.
Long-term existence beyond Earth's atmosphere creates problems far beyond the simple need for oxygen and food. Extended spaceflight is terrible for the human body, not least due to microgravity. Apparently you get kidney stones like crazy. We have been able to mitigate this to some extent, but dealing with it in the long term requires a more aggressive response. Over the months and years, muscles atrophy, bones become brittle, eyesight deteriorates, and even the effects of aging are accelerated. Then there's prolonged exposure to radiation, and the more minor, yet aggravating risks of deformed fingernails, kidney stones, and gout. Oh, gout as well. This is not to mention the psychological effects, the simultaneous loneliness and lack of privacy, as well as the constant gnawing terror of a system failure or hull breach. The same issues will perpetuate even on land should we settle on planets with no or minimal atmospheres. Thus, if human societies exist either off-world or in planetary colonies, all these problems must be solved. Thankfully, we now have proposals for a raft of easily mass-produced treatments, supplements, and technologies to mitigate the worst of these effects in the short term and in the longer term, to breed a next generation of future spacefarers who are biologically more resistant to the sheer brutality of life in space. So, following technologies may now be researched: colony habs, ring habs, residential module tech. Okay, investigate success. Queue up the repeat. Yeah, he's no longer in custody, but that's fine. We're still investigating, and we might go and try to turn you again, just to see. Shoot, I was about to do something. Oh, I was gonna take a look over here. So they went. Humanity First finished that, and they queued up ring habs, which sounds fine. Okay. She goes, yes, such good Miriam from Alpha Centauri. Yes, Lady, a Sister Miriam Godwinson, I believe her name was, right? What the? Kill him. Can I click on you? To zoom to, I guess I could go take me there. This is probably not a big fleet. So we'll just sortie Earth fast. Oh, it's an assault carrier. They're landing an army. You know what? I should just send both fleets. They'll be more expensive. But that's fine. Or was that just the third landing force? Yeah, maybe. Victor 82, Victor 82. All right. Deploy everything. All right, so Earthfast is there. We'll try to engage. Willing to fight. Start battle. These guys still don't have any upgrades or anything. And... right, so primary target done. And just turn off the guns for a sec so you don't start firing too early. But we'll try to fire more right on the 1000 this time. Assault carrier. I wonder how tough that is. So can I double click the zoom? The answer is yes. Don't fire till you can see the purple of their eyes. So radiators back here. Coming on 1,000 kilometers now. Fire things to get the chance. Yeah, we're going to unload everything. We're just going to wait until the 1,000. Oh, they're starting... Yeah, what are they packing? It's probably... They have point defense. Okay, that's the mag batteries, and I don't think we have our own point defense. Alright, let's start it now. Firing posture. Yeah, there you go. So you've enabled all your weapons. So there should be a stream of missiles coming forward here. Yes, there it is. Are we too close so we can't see the glow properly? Yeah. Okay, Siegfried is being hammered, but Diomedes, still fine. And so far, Siegfried... Oh, I think may have lost one of its launchers. Yeah, we lost one of our missile bays. I wonder if they transfer one to the other. No, they don't. Dang. I think we might lose Siegfried this time. Evade. These guys can't turn. Carbon. And we'd lose... Like, we have no armor on the sides on these things either. I mean, we barely have any front armor. These ships are so old at this point. It's just by virtue of the fact that the missiles work. It's too bad you can't transfer the missiles from one to another, because this one just ran out. All right, point defense is starting to click in. Yeah, we did lose one. I knew the risks. This one's got too much point defense. I mean, it just has... Oh, that's 2 point defense, yeah. They're getting closer, but no, they're all going to be eliminated before any of them reach. All right, rip our fast fleet. And again, by fast fleet, all it ever was our weak fleet. Our fleet that was weak enough that these things were willing to engage. And yeah, their tech might have gotten better. Now, so that's one of the reasons our new ships are all basing themselves on lasers, so those things can't be shot down. The missiles are great early kill, but yeah, at some point... All right, you can end the battle. There you go. Oops, lose a space battle by having all your ships destroyed. Achievement got! All right, fleet number 2 is here. We'll attempt to engage. I mean, it's not as fast as some of the others. Yeah, it's going to try to escape. I mean, we'll submit a bid, but it's not going to work. Do we split our fleet in 2? I can't give them a command right now. Let's split the fleet in 2 and send them both separately. Each one should overkill the enemy. Okay. Close, but stay paused. Split fleet. So we definitely want to keep all the Halco's Revenges together because they're missile boats and we need to overwhelm the point defense. There's no reason to split these up because then the point defense will just be able to handle all of it. So then the question becomes... What I could do is I could consider doing this. Because these 3 ships are faster and might be able to force an engagement. This one would definitely win. It's got low combat numbers because it's calculating in like the Delta V and different things like that. And that's it. This might be a little deceptive. But I guess we've got to try. I think I'm going to go and do this. So Romeo 23 is the one with the battle cruisers. We can bombard the Earth. Excellent. Yeah, I think Halco's missiles should overwhelm. And maybe it should just be the Halco fleet by itself, but we'll see. Victor 82. Done. Earth Defense 1. Victor 82. We can do a safety save. We're not really sure how these mechanics work out, but you know what? YOLO. All right. Engage. So this is our faster, smaller fleet, but on paper it does have quite a bit more guns. Yeah, it's going to try to run. I mean, it has infinite Delta V. So, yeah, it can always escape. Is it going to be able to escape both? Yeah, it's just going to be able to keep doing that. Do we subsplit this some more? Do we send just the Revengers? Maybe we send just the Revenge. I guess you can return to Meow, since they're not going to engage anyway. You here, close. Split. I'm going to put the 3 Halko's Revenges into their own fleet. That's this one here, yes? Yes. You are going to attempt to go with Victor. And you are going to return to dock. Tell you what, yeah, I'll put you in free will, not good. Split your process too. Okay, let's try this engagement, because on paper it looks like we have considerably less combat strength. I just don't. Yeah, they're too focused on landing. I think we saw the same thing. I think the alien ships that were crash landing were also hardcore set. Let me snooze some ads here. Hardcore set on just crash landing on Earth with no crap given. And I think that's the same thing here. These guys are too dedicated to just trying to land. So we're not going to give chase. It's not going to work out. Presumably, we're about to get notified that some aliens have landed somewhere on Earth. We've killed them every other time on the ground. Hard landing, though. All right, where have they landed? In China. Okay. Well, let's get in position. Mass select, right? It's so... There really needs to be a better way to move a bunch of troops. Oops, that's a misclick. So we'll move all the Chinese armies, because they're here. What's Chinese tech at? 6.1's not bad, actually. Alright, and then...
Cleaning things up.
The American troops. We're not having an alliance with China. What you're saying? Oops. Hold on. Where's the... It's not this. I mean, I know I can go relations here. Oh, I can't manage you because I don't have executive. That's why there's no button that I noticed. Okay, so China's going to have to go and defend itself. It's all of a sudden a little trickier. But okay. Oh yeah, I could offer... That's right. We can offer it this way. So unaligned. Oh, we're in fact rivaled, and they're not willing to do this? We're allied to Taiwan, I think. So the question becomes, where the frack is Taiwan in all this? I guess I can check to see who Taiwan is allied with. Okay, so that's the initiative, yeah, or the academy. So then what I would do, go here, go here, go here, find Taiwan, break the alliance. Yeah, we won't be able to do it early enough, but I think we'll just prep this. So I think we're gonna do and potentially do aggro things and unifications from China's point of view. So yeah, we'll break that. They're even only, not only 17% they'd be willing to no longer be rivaled to me. And faster kick control. I mean, we're working on it. Hang on. That's it. China has a bunch more armies than these 4. Oh, I don't have control. I only have control on 4 of them. Right. We're worth the overcap MC. The thing is, I'd have to do it double. The first one would be manageable. It would sort of suck, but it'd be manageable. The problem is this second one, to have complete control over China, would put us way too far over cap. Become impossible. No, robotic age isn't. I still have British armies in Iran. Oh, that's not great. There we go. Iran. Yeah, their tech's pretty low. 0%. All right. Well, we'll send 4 Chinese armies over here. What's the landscape like over here? The European Union, under control of the initiative in China, formed an alliance. Will defend each other if attacked. Have the assumption join each other's wars of aggression. Okay. Slightly unexpected. Yeah, I don't... Actually, that's a good question. What happens if GNC advises over here? Maybe it's still fine. Alright. Advise China. Presumably it still boosts their stats.
Offering counsel.
UK? I guess we should check, huh? Oh, shit. Hold on. UK can ally China.
Offering support.
Plus.
I'll help them.
That's somewhat unexpected. Okay. So, now I gotta figure out... Okay, these guys... Cancel operation. Cancel. Cancel. And luckily they're stacked, so I can actually do a bulk deploy all armies here. Okay. Done. No, we can't move more Chinese armies in there. We only control 4 Chinese armies. They've all been moved here. The rest of the Chinese armies are controlled by just the default nation AI, I suppose. Oh, Mao Zedong had a good tip. Oh, where was it? If you need to engage a fleet, you can guarantee an engagement if you send 2 fleets at once. Yeah, but we did, didn't we? When we split our fleet, right? We split our Earth Defense Force into 2 and sent both, and the AI was able to disengage from both. Maybe they didn't arrive at the simultaneous exact time? Or maybe the whole 2 fleet thing is something that used to work and then doesn't. Yeah, there you go. Old version tactics. Yeah, I wonder if that might be the case.
Got some intel on our target.
Because it sounds like an abuse that might have been corrected. Seems like the sort of thing that shouldn't exist anymore. Yeah. Because I seem to recall seeing something like that, and when I was doing the split there, I don't think I said it out loud, but part of me was kind of wondering if maybe it meant that they couldn't do it, but it happened. Okay. Oh, we know their loyalty score. So, that means we can have CC try to go and maybe flip them next time. Keep repeating this project for now.
Come to our side.
The cost is mounting, but still doesn't represent something untenable for us. Ukraine under control of Commander first agreed with Russia to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Oh, hey! The European Union has joined the Alien Administration China war against the Alien Administration. Holy cow. All right. I haven't seen that pop up before. That's crazy. Aliens are terrorizing civilians in Ukraine. Haven't they suffered enough? Gee, what the hell, man? What the hell? Like, settle down, game. What is wrong with you?
Where do you need me?
Why am I getting taunted by this guy?
Reeling them in.
GNC? Oh no, you're kind of busy.
Reporting in.
Ready to go.
No, we're gonna go investigate.
Ready for orders.
Let's say let's go and like fight back. We'll just investigate right now.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
Offering assistance.
I will help them.
All right, UK troops are here to fight alongside the Chinese, like half the Chinese military. The other half hasn't
They
moved
won't
yet.
listen to reason.
GNC is advised.
Wrapping up.
They are advising. Oh, wait. Are they on automation? Did I not actually finish it? Did I not hit continue, or did I send the wrong person to advise? Oh, okay, so I'm thinking we merge our fleet together again. They paused for a second there, game. Settle down a second there, game. Get everyone together.
We found something.
Yeah, join. Okay. So now we have Earth Death 1 is merged together. And on paper, we have a similar strength, 1.6k, 1.6k. Ours is spread across 15 ships. Theirs is spread around 11. Guys, it's 4 o'clock. Time to end the stream. That would be mean, right? That would just be absolutely critical. I don't think we have any refits going on right now. All right, let's do it. Earth Defense Fleet 1. Your mission. Should you choose to accept it? Except you have no choice because it's a military order. And if you choose not to accept it, then I guess you'd be lined up against the wall. Your mission is to engage Fleet Victor 89. Yeah, one of our fleets might need a refuel, but I don't think so. I guess there's the button here. Resupply. Technically resupply first. Should take a microsecond. There it is. Okay. Now you're going to transfer to Victor 89. Time to build some replacement ships. I mean, we could wait. If they engage us, then we'd have maybe station point defense, but they're probably just going to blow up some random shit. Here we go. Screenshot. Engage. Start battle. Alright, so we're gonna do a high wall. We're gonna stay tight to have overlapping point defense. We'll engage with a relatively high speed. We did save first. Now, we've never really done an intense fight like this. What are these exclamation marks? Weapon set on focus fire, but not a target. Yeah, will not fire until a target is set. Yeah, wall versus wall. I mean, I can always, whenever I want, I can auto-resolve battle, or I think there's a give the battle to the AI kind of thing. Okay, offensive weapons and missiles to idle. Defensive mode. Favor the primary target if it's in range, otherwise we'll attack the nearest available target. Kind of want to just be like, where I would like one button that is just, don't fire missiles until we're in range. Set AI control. We could just do that. Oh my god. There's an ad break starting in 30 seconds, and we're out of snoozes. This is the worst timing! God dang it! Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait for the ad break before we start anything, because people aren't gonna want to miss this. So I mean, our ships won't fire if there's no primary target. Oh, sorry, the missiles won't fire unless there's a primary target, because they're always on focus fire mode. Because there's no choice, as far as I know. Fire salvo, which is one time, or off. Yeah. So they only fire. Missiles can only work on focus fire mode. So if I don't send a primary target, the missiles simply won't shoot. But otherwise, this sets all the focus fire, so none of them would shoot. But what I'd want to do is just set to say attack posture. We'll favor the primary targets in range, otherwise they'll attack whatever. Guarding capable weapons will not fire defensively. Seems weird. Balanced. Favor primary if in range, otherwise attack the nearest available target. Guarding capable weapons will be set to guarding mode and fire threatening enemy projectiles before targeting ships. This seems like what we want. So if I set this, and this should affect the whole fleet, all of our ships should be set to a mode that makes sense. For now. Oh, these guys can shoot down projectiles. What's their range? 300 kilometers. Oh, yeah. So, okay. The arc lasers, I didn't realize that they were relatively short range. God damn. No, Wild. Some people might still be seeing ads. So, yeah, actually, for now, just having these be on try to shoot down projectiles seems to make sense. Oh, wait, no, oh! That's why I'm getting confused. These are my hull weapons, which is point defense, which of course are going to be in Guardian role. This is my nose weapon. I forget that they split them. The hull on one side and the nose on the right-hand side. So these are currently set to Guardian mode right now. They'll fire at nearest projectiles, threatening us or an ally. If no threat is detected, they'll fire at primary ship, which I think is fine. Although, no, these have a bigger range, 950. What's going to happen is as soon as we're within 1,000 kilometers, I'm going to switch to aggro mode. And I'm going to set primary targets. And fire... maybe just volleys at them? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we just overkill. Okay, 44 seconds left. If I go and tick this on, hold on. If I go back and look at one of our Halko's Revenges over here. Right, doesn't matter. They still can't fire until I set a primary target, although... Okay, that turns off the missiles. Ah, okay. So interestingly enough, pushing this button doesn't downgrade the missile's behavior. I can click this, attack posture, for example. This keeps the missiles off by default. Because then what I can do is I can set a primary target and hit the button to fire a volley, which I believe is a quarter of their missile load. And then we can pick through. Minute class destroyer, cruisers, frigates. Okay, a lot of their ships are small. So the cruiser is their biggest ship. So if we're going to fire missiles at anything, I would suggest we fire at this cruiser. Now, I don't know if we can see how much armor anything in particular has. Armor NLT 45.5. Oh, that's nose. 44. 40. Frigates might be another one of the... They might be the same size class as the cruisers, actually. Oh, this one's got a little less. And then these corvettes are going to be on this... Oh, 40 nose armor. Jesus. Yeah, no, the small ones probably will be the ones that kill me in the end, because they're going to be able to get to our side and be a real problem. Okay. Double check what we've got here. Primary target. We'll fire at nearest enemy ship. Yeah, I guess I could turn on AI command and then turn it off if I change my mind, but... I like this. This right now we'll fire at incoming projectiles until I change our mind. I think we're going to do this. Okay. Let's begin. I guess I could set a primary target, which is going to be this shimmering nebula. This is limited options. Some options won't change it, yeah. AI command makes all the ships act without regard to their fellow ships next to them, so it can ruin PD overlap. Oh, it does seem bad. We'll declare this the primary target. Although, really, maybe that should only be the primary target for the missiles. Because I don't even know if I want the lasers firing this thing that's got... Well, I guess the things... So I must have... Some of my ships must have heat sinks. So what I'll do is I'll retract before I start to see... When we close to combat range, I will retract. Some of our ships might have older, more exposed radiators as well. You guys are hanging back. Interesting. I learned recently you can make control number groups of your ships. Oh, really? So yeah, we'd have the Halkos on a separate group. Can I multi-select? I can. Ooh, they're splitting. Okay. Incoming things are incoming. All right, so what I'll do is, this is for all my ships, yeah. All my ships, retract your reactors if you can. All right. Okay, we are... Okay, this guy actually is within current range. Okay, everyone go on attack. And launch a volley at this guy. There you go, volley goes out. It was only for select for these? I thought this was for all ships. This is the selected. This is the group command over here. These buttons, as far as I know, controls all ships. All right, first volley's gone out. Oh, this thing's already taken a bunch of laser damage. Jesus. Okay, then fire a volley at this guy. Look at them spinning around. Holy crap, they're maneuverable. Although I guess we need a killing blow too. You know what? Fire another volley at this guy too. Finish him. We're going to go to focus fire into mode now. And we'll just try to finish one thing at a time. All the missiles are basically going to be done. Okay, yeah, what is this padlock thing people are talking about? I don't see... I don't see the padlock. Oh, the special maneuvers. Padlock. The ship will attempt to keep its nose pointed at its primary target, only rotating if waypoints call for reorienting the ship's drive for thrusting. Setting won't do anything until you have selected a primary target. Oh, and you can... Whoops. No! No confirm... The game was paused. No confirmation. No anything. I mean, we could just take a second crack at them, but I do have a save. The aliens were like, yeah, you know what? We'd like to go. Hang on. We're going to reload that. That's the second time. Oh, there is a combat autosave as well. That's good. That is the second time we've been screwed by... Well, and last time, what I'm thinking of is when we called for the decommissioning of a station, as opposed to a station module. There was a confirmation, but it's exactly the same as all the other confirmations, and hard to know that it was wrong. Oi. The aliens were like, yeah, we should nope out now. Man, I got an errand store. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta start prepping some stuff to make pizzas tonight. I'm all excited. Gotta go and apparently make a withdrawal from our whiskey and chocolate fund. Ooh. I might withdraw from both parts of that fund. I would like some bar of chocolate with almonds in it. I think that would be nice. Yeah, we're not save scumming. The game is supposed to come first. Like, I literally want to go back to that like microsecond before that button was hit. What? Watch the combat go all of a sudden badly right now. That would be a little frustrating. Oh, it auto-saved here. Okay, so, yep, we're engaging. So we're just going to make sure we do the high wall, tight, max speed, go. And I think basically it's like fortified, and then I put this to balanced. And then we can set this as the primary target. And I think that's basically putting us in the same place where we were. So I guess this circle over here. Oh, yeah, okay. So I guess we got to click this. So keep our nose pointed at the primary target is basically what we're looking, because our nose armor is the strongest. So we do want our nose to be facing targets in general. I mean, people are going to flank us, so it may or may not matter later on. Save the missiles to fast movers so they don't flank. Maybe. I mean, I don't know which one of these are the fastest. Is it not selecting it? So the dominant mountain is here. 4 Gs. And they're all pretty fast. 3.7, 3.4. I mean, they're all going to be pretty quick. Yeah, padlock's only one we're going to need. Yeah. I don't think the padlock's going to make a difference one way or the other right now. How come I'm not getting range indicator? Oh, because I have to select the ship. That's why. Okay. All right. I'm going to fire 2 volleys at the cruiser this time. And yes, I don't know. I do like the idea of, like, yeah, use it for the smaller ones, but they're all pretty damn fast. And let's just get some freaking kills. Volley 1 is done. I'm going to send a second volley at the Shimmering Nebula immediately. Oh, yeah, let's... Oh, you're right. Why don't we fire at the ones that are trying to arrange a flank? As opposed to the ones who are meeting us in the middle. The thing is, they're all splitting. They're all splitting, basically, except for these guys over here. And the other thing would be like, oh, maybe we should just fire at the ones with no point defense. Where's the dominant mountain? Here. Yeah, they all have it. Oh, I didn't retract the radiators right away. I think it's going worse this time, which is incredibly frustrating. You know what? Just finish this guy off. Be unaggressive. Tell everyone that's the primary target. Yeah, people are telling me to click the circle button, which is this one, and I clicked this one. Or I thought, or potentially I clicked here. I think I was trying to click this one and click this one, but the end result was exactly the same. Yeah, no, it was this one because the battle just GG'd out. If we just done the auto resolve, it probably would have worked out fine for us at that point. Okay. We could split our efforts. Yeah, I clicked the end battle, so they just like decided to just stop, which was frustrating. Because the aliens were like, yep, we lost. Okay. So you're dead, and there was an overkill of missiles, but which was not great. So now what do we do? Because there's no way we can steer properly. I guess I'm just going to pick something and just try to kill it. Yeah, I guess here's the thing. If I set a new primary target, let's say I choose this first snow, which is already damaged. I guess there's nothing that's going to cause our ships to necessarily steer. Although the ones with the nose cone probably. Are you... Yeah, we're just on regular gauge mode. Depends on whether they re-engage or flee. Oh yeah, these guys might be fleeing. This one's definitely trying to get behind us. So let's target this guy as our primary. And yeah, I guess I'll go and turn on the nose cone. The lock. So they're gonna try to steer to face this one, who is presumably still maybe trying to engage us. But our rotational ability is bad. They want to run it would count as a win so you get salvaged. That's the thing, we could just GG out now. If we think we can't get the extra kills here, which might be the case. Let's see, we just lost one of our ships. Maybe I should just be like, all right, you know what? That's good enough. We blew up a bunch of your ships. And then, yeah, get a new round of missiles. You know what? Just be like, all right, fine. So the battle should end? This is currently the enemy commander, which is the end of the battle. Okay. Okay, maybe that's all it is. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. So we did lose the Waterloo, unfortunately. One of the Halko's revenges, which is too bad because the missiles are still the things that are doing the most damage. Victory for the Resistance. And we did get a bunch of alien exotics there. Okay, so relaunch there for some repairs and some refueling, and then we might go and take another engagement. There's another fleet over here. What is this made up of? Monitor frigate gunship. They're trying to meet the Earth here, but not a Doom fleet. Okay, we have to put a cut in here. We're 20 minutes over. But hey, we did a little fight. I think we might have been able to maybe bail before we lost one of the Halkos, which is a little disappointing. Part of me is like, hold on, should I just build a crap ton more Halkos? It is a little bit annoying to manage the missiles. Is the only issue. Because you're trying to figure out how much of a volley do I send and then switch targets to spread it around and limit how much overkill we've got. But then if you undershoot, I mean, maybe we still damage some of their systems and take some of their, make it harder for them to perform. Ultimately, we're going to have to just get slightly more maneuverable laser ships, I suppose. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. A Kiss for Luck should be streaming. Maybe more armor speed is not working anyway. I mean, that's possible too. And then, yeah, we could look at more ships that that do more hull stuff. Although I think the nose lasers is still a pretty good source of beatdown is the idea. Missiles are good for catching the flanking yeah, and we could just spread. I mean, the problem is all their ships were flanking ships, right? Is what it sort of felt like. And a lot of them had point defense. And I think the missiles do fall off as you go further into the game, because I think the point defense and the ship targeting just gets better. But I don't know. Or maybe we can get a new class of faster missiles, or I don't know what it is. But we're going to go raid a Kiss for Luck now. Our next live stream's on Saturday, which is going to be question mark? Something different. Could be more Pacific Drive. I don't know my heart can take it. It stressed the hell out of me. In a very good way. It's an excellent game. But we also might try something slightly different. I did also get Backpack, what was it called? Backpack Hero, and dabbled with it. It's kind of cute, kind of interesting. That might be worth looking at, or it might be something completely different. So we'll go in a raid a Kiss for Luck. Give her some love. I'll see you on Saturday for live streams. And on the YubTubs, I've got the entire RimWorld A New Hope run is now complete. There are X number of episodes uploaded and scheduled. So those should be coming regularly. There's also, of course, still going to be some Planet Crafters, so all good. Anyway, I'll see you on Saturday for the next live stream. Bye-bye, everyone. And thank you everyone for your support today. It was really, really appreciated.